Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start by asking a very blunt, straightforward question. Are you where you thought you would be at this stage in your life? I used to ask these questions of myself many times. Another one is, who made this rule that you have to work till 65 before you can enjoy your freedom? From the first time when we were 4 years old and sat behind a desk, told that you're not allowed to dream, focus on this, speak when you're spoken to, that you have to ask permission to go to the toilet, that only the 1% top of the class will ever be successful. Who made all these rules up? Who said that that's what we need to follow? That being wrong is failure and success is just not for everybody. And most people go through their working life and careers prescribing to this path as laid down in front of us, just not really achieving their true success, but just sort of accepting the lot in life. Well, my name's Tim Wagner, and I was never really satisfied with that. I was never satisfied with what I was doing and wanted to always achieve more. I knew I was capable of a lot more. I was just not sure how or what. I've always been quite driven by my desire to achieve my dreams and goals and to live life on my terms. And that's why at the age of 46, I decided to focus 100% on me. I left a high paying job in hospitality, an industry I'd been working in for over 27 years of my life. And I'd done that traditional thing of study, work hard, get promoted, go into debt, have a family, go into more debt. But for many years, it was just not fulfilling for me. Does that resonate with you? My first real change came in 2008 when I was introduced to a network of business people outside of hospitality for my first time. And this was through an organization called Amway. I was learning about sales, business, time freedom, family life balance, which I'd never had in hospitality. And this opened up a whole new world of personal development, coaching, training, public speaking, skill building. And for me, this was absolutely amazing. I was hooked. And I began creating a lot of my own courses and material from my experiences and learning from other great names. And I was helping the networks and my people put together stronger businesses for themselves so they could be more consistent on their journey. I started many side hustles and had many networks and businesses on the side of my full-time job for many years. But it took me 10 years before I actually had the confidence, skill set, and focus on my passion to be able to quit. But it doesn't have to take you that long. If you have the right mindset, you have the right strategies, and you have the right coaches and mentors along the way, something which I struggled with for many, many years. But then came the chaos of 2020, which turned everybody's world upside down. This actually led my wife and I in January 21 to sit down, as we've been doing for many years, and write out what our goals were for that year. And we couldn't. What we actually looked at was what don't we want? We couldn't look in the future and forward. And the answer was we didn't want the same as last year. So we made a bold decision, sold up our family home, gave a lot of our valued possessions to friends and family, put what we really want to do in storage, converted a van, and we hit the road for South Africa. We traveled for over a year. It was the most amazing experience, freeing and liberating of my entire life. And I was able to spend a lot of time on online seminars and courses and workshops as I wanted to work out what my true purpose was and where I was going. And it was during these journeys that I had a number of epiphanies. One major one came with me understanding the connection between why people give up on dreams and goals so easily, a question I'd been asking myself for many years. And the answer was that if your who you want to become is not connected with why you want to become that person, it's all that easier to give up. Throughout my years of developing, coaching, teaching people, I always felt that that why puzzle was missing something key. And 99% of people, even though they had a strong reason, were giving up on their dreams and goals and going back to a default life, which was what they wanted to leave behind in the first place. I've always been very goal-orientated and motivated and wanted to live life by my rules. Perhaps I didn't know quite how to get there, but I knew that there had to be a better way. I want to provide financial security for my family and for myself so that I could have travel, money, and time freedom, be able to contribute to society, having a passive and active income in order to get a good balance. I've got a clear vision of what personal freedom is to me. And to this, I want to inspire others to be able to achieve and live their life purpose as well. It was 2018 when I fired my last boss. And life after that became a roller coaster ride of abundance with huge successful businesses, a lot of financial loss, near ruin in market crashes of 2020, 2022. And this created then a lot of stress, anxiety, trauma, and sometimes even me questioning my convictions and my abilities to do what it is that a path I was actually on. I call these university fees, and they were very expensive. I was creating a pattern. Success, failure, and it needed to change. I needed to create a new thing in my life to achieve these goals and dreams. So I kept asking myself, if I could go back in time, back to 2008, to 36-year-old me, what would I tell him to get him to where he wanted to be more efficiently, more swiftly, more effectively, and more sustainably? That led me to creating my latest coaching program, where now I'm more motivated, passionate, focused, and excited than I've ever been before, as I've worked out and know my values and my true life purpose outside of what traditional society and business taught me. It was starting way back when you're 4 years old. So it was time that I started to write my own story for the first time in 49 years. And what I know is we all have the opportunity to reinvent ourselves. It was during this time that I'd been building my own businesses. I was still coaching. I was hosting online seminars, training sessions, and I started to ask how I could be even more impactful to my clients for their long-term growth as a coach and speaker and mentor. My questions led me to the study the power of stress through the release of breathwork. So we're living in a very stressful environment. Our life is changing dramatically. There's so many external things building onto us all the time, not only our family, but our businesses. And this chaos leads us to living in complete stress states. So how are we able to move forward into a new chapter of life, learning new skills and adapting and growing when we're so stressed all the time? This was the power of breathwork and has opened up a whole new realm of opportunity for myself personally, as well as those I teach and coach. So what comes next? Well, I've taken 16 years of coaching, teaching, and mentoring, combined it with the stress release practice, getting a whole more holistic approach to coaching. And now I have something passionate and powerful as I drive forward. It's time in your life to live life by your rules, your way, for your own fulfillment. We've all got the possibility for personal freedom, for time freedom, money freedom, mental freedom. We all have the opportunity to stand out and shout our life purpose to those ready to receive it, to provide service to society and humanity, our neighbors and everybody else around us. You've got an opportunity to reinvent yourself, starting again. So you can also take back your power, control your time. I know I have. I may not be retired as yet, but I know the path I'm on, and I'm busy writing my own script to my story and directing it in the direction that I want to go. What's your story? Which direction do you want to head? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.